Let me see that again. Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning to everyone that is watching this recording or calling in this evening. Um, as you can see on the screen today, I'm not going to waste time at all because I want to see if I can cover much more than five pairs. So I'm going to be breezing through each and every one of them. As you can see on my screen right now, there are not many news releases. You can see even on Monday there's nothing at all, and on Tuesday we'll have a number of news releases. And I also wanted to draw your attention to something that every time, if you just want to have an idea about when and what these news releases are, you can always click on these folders just to kind of give you an overview, on what to expect as well. It's more hawkish than expected is good for currency, meaning that if it goes up, if the news is favorable, it means that the currency is going to go up and everything. It also tells you the time, how many times it happens or when it's going to happen and everything. So it's first released 11 times per year, 2 weeks after the cash rate is announced. So for some people that trade news, that may be a good resource, something to look out for. Just to add to your list of trading plan if you trade news. Then on Thursday we'll have bank holiday. I think that's a Thanksgiving holiday. We have also another bank holiday for Japan on Friday as well. Just so we're not really gonna see many pairs, high impact news on many pairs, but we still trade it anyway because these ones are good enough. So straight up to the charts. Just gonna see what do I have here? Okay, I'm not gonna bother with this trade at all. I'm not gonna bother with this trade. This already did what it's supposed to do. Came here, broke it, and probably I believe it's probably gonna go as high as this place. This level. Obviously, as you can see, it's very very clear. It's in the middle. So it's probably gonna go that high before a drop. You know, Probably something similar to this. So if it breaks above that, you already know it's going to this next level. So this is what we're going to expect if this happens. If this happens. So this is really straightforward. So at this level, you might want to leave it alone. If you want to also, uh, you know, uh, put a trend line around it, like what happened here. So expect that kind of action as well. Same thing might happen. The same thing we saw in AUD card about 2 weeks ago. So something like that, and you expect another move to the upside. But I'm not really looking to trade this, so I would say leave that one alone until it breaks above that 0.893 90. That would be your trade right there. So yep, AUD card. This was one move that I was really really looking for, and as you can see, it played out so well. It followed all of the AUD NZD moves, channel and then breakout of channel. You can see that good channel and then that inverted head and shoulder and then breakout. So you see what happened, came back. I think we saw this 2 weeks ago, and I was showing it to this guy as well, Oluwole as well. So see that flag break to the upside, flag break to the upside, break, flag break to the upside. So right now, I'm waiting for maybe this might actually be that breakout and retest that I was waiting for, this thing here. So maybe has already happened. So probably what may happen now would probably be something like this. It may not come down to this level. As you can see, it's already gapped. So probably this may happen, which is probably what we're going to see now, and then another breakout to the upside. That may be what we're going to see. Yeah? Or price may just do what it's going to do. I'll bring Anthony to, and come all the way back to the downside before jumping. Oh, this color is not very nice. So it may just come all the way back here before, but I'm still expecting the upside on that this pair right here. So I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. So yep. So for that AUD Aussie card, look for that upside. But I believe it's still going. It's probably gonna go even higher than this. How wide was it? So you can see it on the higher time frame. you see that strong of that structure, strong resistance, strong support. What did price broke it, and I was really expecting it to kind of retest and drop, but that didn't happen. And you know how I trade. So if it broke above it, so what are we expecting? We expect that to maybe retest and then continue to the house upside. So possibly price may actually come back down here because of that this price action here. So we can expect to see something like that come back to this level and then shoot up to the upside. So maybe this might be your final TP, So that move and then this move right here, you know, maybe your TP. Well, that's a good risk to reward. If you take a trade from this level, this would be your stop loss. It's a little bit below here, and then that will be your TP. Massive win, massive win. So just be on the lookout for that one. This guy, I'm gonna leave that alone. Oil, yeah, I'm expecting oil to still drop further for those of us that trade oil. So it's probably gonna. I'm waiting for that 50 level to come down. But if that doesn't happen, then able to break above that 57 and go back to that 63. Look at that. Go back to that 63 for a further drop. But again, remember how we do it. We don't jump in. We only wait for a confirmation before we go in. So if you're trading news, just look for that move. All right. Sorry, if you're trading oil, look for that move. Gold was beautiful. It was beautiful. You see, I think we caught that move all the way from here. Saw that move happening somewhere around here. So it coming down here and bouncing off, and then that is exactly what happened. Got here, bounced off. So this now we're waiting for this gold to go. Yep, there and then drop off again. And maybe something like that. I kind of think so if it does, if it breaks above that, it could just even get here and then drop again. But I know most of us don't trade gold, but it could just get quick wins if you want to get it. This is really, really straightforward. At this point, you're not really doing anything. You're not taking anything right now. Just let this price go. Let it go all the way back up here. This will offer you a good risk to reward because you can take a trade here, stop loss somewhere around here. No, stop loss somewhere around here. Yep. And then you take a trade here, some stop loss somewhere around here, and then take it back down here. Look at the distance. That's your stop loss. This is your reward. So that's your risk. This is your reward. Or again, if you miss that move and it probably bounces above, that you would for you take the loss and wait for retest of that level. Stop loss depending on what low that is created here, then this will be your win. So you see why it's a good risk to reward to always take a trade at a structure level, support level, the resistance level. Don't ever take a trade in the middle of a move. That's why your higher time frame is your killer weapon for having an edge in this market, because most people just jump into the smaller time frame, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and they don't see what is happening up there. Yep. So that's your move for gold. NZD USD, beautiful move. This thing we've been winning this one, all the way from when it started somewhere around here. Been seeing that move happen, and yes, that is what happened. So right now I'm expecting this to come back. Same thing we saw in that audio, Aussie CAD. So same thing, expecting this to come down to this level and take us to the top. Let me see what is possible. Yep, take us to the top, and then if it breaks above that, this breaks above, and then we're going here, or maybe somewhere around here. So but you can see it, see your reward, and look at what your risk could be somewhere around here. So that's why you always take a good high risk, high impact, high probability trade. So if I were you, I'm gonna wait for this move to happen. There is no reason for me to take this trade right now if I am not already in it. So you can wait for that trade to happen, that downside to happen, price to come back to that level, then you can take a trade there. Stop loss somewhere around here. Maybe you can push it a bit down just in case they decide to spring it or stop, do some sell stop hunt or something. So stop loss is around here, then this will be your first TP. And then if price breaks above that, your next TP will be where we already anticipate. So yep, this trade right now, I can probably even put a sell limit, buy limit somewhere around here, and then look for the upside. Same thing here. Yeah, I just broke this down a bit. So wait for that to happen. This just means you're not taking a trade here. So if you want to take a trade here, sell limit here, and then sorry, keep saying sell limit, buy limit here, and then stop loss somewhere around here, and then that's your TP. But if you want to wait, you can wait for this to happen, wait for this to come to this level, break above this, retest it, and then your trade here, wait for it to go up, retest it, and then your TP here. You can see where your final TP will be 0.74420. Okay, Aussie dollar, same thing, nothing changes. Also wait for that. Oh, sorry, that's not Aussie dollar, that's Kiwi dollar. Aussie dollar again, yeah, same thing. I saw that as a neckline, that as an inverted head and shoulder. I don't know how many of us remember this trade. We've been looking at that channel from way back, since when I was having that black and white, black and red, black and red, yeah, black and red background. So this is what we're looking at, and we see that break out of that channel, that long channel. So we believe this is definitely going to take us back up. So if you're not on this trade, you still have a good opportunity and a good reward coming if you can get a good trade. So this is 800 plus pips. So just look for good entry on that trade if you're not in it already. So you can see it really. This is one of the best price actions that we've seen. Apart from Euro Aussie, Euro Aussie, price came down. What did you see it do? Broke out of the trend, and then what happened? We tested that trend, although it didn't come down fully, but broke out, retested, and then bounced off. This is basically what we trade, And at the same time, what did you see? Left shoulder, head, and inverted head and shoulder. It's a perfect trade. So right now it's creating, if you want to see, it's similar like it wants to come down and retest that neckline. And then when that does happen, this is where you take your trade, But if that doesn't happen, just wait for this level to be broken. That's 0.7 to 3260 to be broken, and then retest it then for that upside. This is the measured move. The distance between this and here is your measured move. Obviously, that would be your first TP before you start seeing a pullback, then a bounce again. So maybe this kind of thing might be what would happen. Might see this move, then that move again, then that move again, those kind of things. So just wait for those kind of moves in the market. As Aussie dollar, Kiwi yen, yep, they're all moving the same way, So right now, expecting this to break out this level. I'm more bullish on all of these guys, break out and then take me back to this level. So right now, I'm not, let me see what the other chart is saying. Yeah, same thing, pretty much same thing. So breakout, you see that move. Some of us that called this ascending triangle, and that's descending channel, ascending wedge or flag, if you will. So that kind of move is what we're looking for right now. Maybe price to do something similar, see that, and then we can take it to the upside. So, but wait for that level to be broken. It's still struggling at that level. Wait for it to break out fully and then retest, so you can, get that move to the upside. But again, this is on a long term win. This will be your reward if you can get a good entry somewhere around here, 500 plus, and then your risk will be about, maybe if you want to take it from that level, you could take your risk from here, or you could even take it from here 200, so you risk 200 to win 300, 500, or you, again, it's really entirely up to you, but always have stop loss in place. Always trade with respect of risk to reward, so that you already know what you're about to lose if you're going to lose if the trade doesn't go in your favor. Never take a trade without knowing how much you're going to lose, because that's the mindset of a gambler. They just want to trade in, hopefully. But if a trader knows, okay, this is what's going to happen, I'm going to risk maybe 2% of my account for every trade, or 3% of my account for every trade, so that if I lose this particular trade, I can, my second trade, I could win it, third trade, I could win it. So probably in 5 trades or 6 trades, I could lose one, but still keep me in the market to still trade, give me more opportunities to still win in the market. Yep. So don't trade without a stop loss. As you guys can see, that was a good breakout of a channel, descending channel. See, that move was really, really clear. That breakout created a double bottom and then jumped to the upside. So right now, this is maybe the level 81.57, maybe high level. So still a long way to go. USD dollar yen. I don't know if I'm looking at this trade at the moment. Yeah, so right now price didn't even get to that level before dropping. So I was expecting it to get to that top of that channel for that drop. But generally, I believe, me, I've always been looking for this pair to come down, although it didn't happen as the way we wanted it to happen because of that shooting star, that this is a reversal setup. So I expected this to come all the way back down here, but then again, it's still within that level. It hasn't broken above here for us to be, but that's on the higher, sorry, the weekly anyway. So as you can see it, strong resistance. So price is still here. So I believe that I'm expecting price. Okay, why don't it, if it wants to do that, why doesn't it get here? Then I'll take it back here, and then if it doesn't do that, let it get here, then I'll bring it back. I always want to look for those high probability trades. So right now, I'm not going to take any trade here until I see the bottom or the top of that channel. Either that or I see this. Yeah, if price goes back to this level, I can take it because there's a strong resistance. It might just push out for fake out before the drop. This is a good place for me to take a trade. This is a good place for me to take a trade. So, but I'm not looking to trade that pair anytime soon, except those things, everything falls in place. Now, for this one, yen, yeah, some of us knew, I mean, were with me when we started looking at yen. The pound yen is really, really, really good trade setups that we got out of this particular one. So right now on the higher time frame, we can see our bias. So let's see if I can shoot that up. Can see our bias because price is in that channel. If it breaks above that, we'll look for a trade. If it breaks below that, we'll look for a trade. But right now, as you can see, I believe price is going to keep doing this, till it has no place to go, and then probably break down, or has no place to go, then probably break up, or it may just do that here right now, break out, do like what's it called, a flag or something, and then continue down again, or something. What you have I have what's it called there, this pattern. So I may just see something like this. Let's see that. So price may just come all the way down to that level. Right now, as you can see, it's forming flag. So this is what may happen to that level, and then bounce up and then bounce again before finally dropping. But then that we still have that strong resistance to the upside. That strong resistance, this level right here. Still have this 149280 level. It's a strong resistance. So if price is going to break above that, if price breaks above that, then we'll be looking for a trade to the upside to that 156,400. That will be our target. But right now, as you can see, price struggled, dropped. So right now we're waiting for that to happen, break above. If you are not yet in this trade, you don't have any business taking the trade yet. If you want to trade the what's it called now, if you want to trade the pattern, you can see it. This is the D leg. This is where you will take your trade from. If you want to trade the triangle, it's also the same. It's like a confluence now. The D leg coincides with the bottom of that triangle. That would be your trade right there. But you know how it is. If it breaks below here, yeah, that's it, not a valid leg anymore, because your stop loss is here. It's gonna be somewhere around here. So just be on the lookout. So if it breaks below that, you know that this is where it's going to just be a good win for us. Let me see how many pips that will be. If it does break below here, maybe it renders my advanced pattern invalid, then it means this is where it's coming to. That's a 200 300 plus pips, 200 pips plus move. So just be on the lookout for that move. You can put, if you, for some people, you can decide to put a buy limit somewhere around here for price to come down, then stop loss somewhere around here. But if that doesn't work out, you get stopped out, then you know that you're gonna make it back on the downside when it comes here. That is how I trade. I don't feel bad if I lose a trade. I do. That's why I always have two biases. If it doesn't go up and it comes down, this is what is gonna happen. If it doesn't come down and it goes up, this is what's gonna happen. So I know that I won't lose all the time. So, and again, I won't get married to my to my bias or to my position. So if I get kicked out, I'll look for another opportunity to win it back. Let me see if there's anything. Okay, I'll just leave that alone for now. Aussie, Euro Aussie dollar, another good move, good trade. Some of us that started here with us, we know how this trade went. It's a good win. So right now, price is just, it's been for me, it's been taking me in and out of this trade. But it's fine. It's fine. I just wanted to get a good entry. I just wanted to get a good entry. That's why I've been looking for it, because I'm looking for that downside to finish, because I remember I said this will be the next journey, and then if that breaks, this will be the next journey. Or if that doesn't happen, then price is going to be above here and then go back to that top. Yeah, but right now it's been going up and down. Yep. See that move? Rejected, went up, rejected, came down, um, dropped again, then rejected, went up, rejected, came down. So it's just been playing around. So right now, there's no reason to just jump in. I'm just gonna watch it and see what it's going to do. So maybe you can do this. You can probably just put where is my alternate? Just put this, something like that, and then see if it's going to keep coming down. If that doesn't happen, then wait for this upside as well. Retest, just quick wins. Or you could just forget this one altogether. If any pair that doesn't give you good risk to reward, doesn't give you it's not a high probability trade, there's no point looking at it. So your levels for you to not miss out, because some people have a fear of missing out syndrome. If you fear being afraid, if you don't want to miss out, just wait for it on this pair. Really wait for it to come back to this level. Forget about all of this level altogether. Forget about it altogether. All of this, sorry, this level from here to here. Forget about it altogether, and then wait for price to break out of here to retest that confirms that your upside is coming. Then you can take it to that upside. Or let me see the downside now. um Downside. Okay, right now I don't even trust this downside. No, I don't even trust it. If I don't have any opportunity to enter. But okay, we could just do this. Do this. If you choose to, want to take the downside because already it's going up and down, you just do that. Then if price breaks below that, why? Because that's the previous low, and then retest that level, then you can, you can begin to look for the downside there. But I would say leave this alone if you're not already in it. If you're not already in it, leave it alone. For some of us that are already in it, we still have a maybe stop loss in place and everything. But just leave it alone if you're not in it yet. NZD, Euro NZD. Let me see, Euro NZD. Yep, another good trade that we took. Remember, we are looking for that 530, but it didn't work out for us. It broke down. It didn't go that far. It came. This was a very good one as well, as you can see, guys. Broke out of that channel, that consolidation. We tested the low, and then took off. It was a good move. Some of us that took it even gave us a pattern here. A Gatling pattern, I would presume. Yeah, that was like a confirmation confluence, top of the channel, and the D leg was also top of the channel. There was little to no drawdown, as you can see, and then took off massive win, massive win. So we were expecting that to get all the way to this level, but it didn't. It kind of came back down. So we were looking for that bounce to happen here. Bounced a bit, went up, and then kept going with new. If it breaks below this level, it's coming here, and that is exactly what happened. So we thought, okay, maybe when it comes here, it's gonna bounce. But if again, if you look at my notes, anything below this level, then it's coming to the ground, which is what happened. Came all the way here. So for this one again, the same thing that we saw on the have this is all messed up. I can't even understand it myself. Now the reason why I have this, let me see if I try and explain this. Reason why I have this is because of that descending triangle. Sorry, descending wedge. So for a descending wedge, the rules is gonna break up to the upside. So it's creating that descending wedge. It broke out as we thought it would, but then what happened? So it was short-lived because the bears dragged it back down. So right now, this would be okay. That's, as I said, the most probable buy zone will be this level. So all of this, I'm not gonna buy this. Just leave this and let price come back to this level, come back into this zone, retest that zone, and then that's your move right there. You know. But anything around here, you're not buying anything here. If you're not there yet here, leave it alone because as you can see, it's been going up and down. I know the reason why this happens is because these guys are everyone, the market makers, they know that everybody's trying to buy at this zone or sell at this zone. So they're going to keep testing you. They're going to keep clearing out all of the stop losses, all of the entries or what have you, before they jump to the upside or to the downside. As you can see, we thought this was a move because it broke that level, but decided, dropping buys and then went back up. So what we're waiting for now is a clear breakout, maybe some form of a bearish engulfing candle, retest of that low that it just broke, it's that low. So maybe, excuse me. So right now, probably wait for price to break that low, bearish engulfing candle, nice bearish engulfing candle, and then the retest of that low, and then we can keep taking it to the downside. But right now, if you're not already in it, then it's probably not gonna offer you a good entry opportunity unless it breaks above this zone, you know, or breaks below this low. Yep, so just let it be. This one, Euro USD, good trade, good trade. Now I'm looking for that to go all the way back to that D leg. No, it goes back to that D leg. So if you're not already in this, just wait for that thing to break above that 1.14320 and retest that. Then you can take it to the D leg. And then when you get there, take your trade, take your TP, take your money, and probably look for another sell opportunity back down. You know, but generally, that's what may even happen again. Could be that price may just go retest that and then continue to the upside. So right now, what I would say, if you want to take this trade, just be careful. Don't stay sleep in the market and leave it to expect that it's going to just tell you what to do. You might want to take it out and then see what it's going to do. So then you can take the next action. But because if you look at it, everyone was waiting for this move. You can see the head and shoulder. We've been waiting for it forever. And then we thought it was happening when this broke out of this zone. And yet again, price took to the upside. So we can't really predict this guy right now. So we have to be careful, whatever we're doing, whatever we're trading on this euro dollar. We have to be careful with it. So it's gonna fake out a lot of people. So just wait for that move. Wait for this to happen. Let me see on the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, it's already forming that okay, this, if you look at it now, it just looks like an ascending wedge. And ascending wedges, we know this is what happens. price does that. So if that happens, of course, that's like a pullback. We're still on in the higher time frame. I'm sorry, on a bullish trend, a smaller time frame. So this may happen and then keep going up. That's so you can already see what's happening right now. So right now you don't buy here. This is where you look for your buy. This is where you look for your buy when price breaks above that. For sellers, might get a good some short wins on a sell, maybe back to that zone, you know. For buyers as well, you could decide, okay, I'm going to put my sell limit somewhere around here as well. What am I saying? Buy limit somewhere around here. So if price comes back to that level, if it respects this ascending wedge, this is what is going to happen. You put your buy limit here and then you take it to the upside. This in fact will give you a very good risk to reward. Then your risk will be somewhere around here. Your reward will be all of that move. So that's your move right there. All of this I'm still going to let me put that so I don't forget. I'm still going to send out the some of the charts. I'm going to reanalyze them again as price continues. Every new moves, every new price action, I would capture them and keep sending like I send every week, so that we don't miss anything. So yep, Euro Chef, Euro Chef, this guy. See, we were thinking, we were really waiting for that move to happen, head and shoulder. Yes, price kind of came back, did that touch, came back, dropped, came back to that move, that strong resistance, and we were really waiting for this move to happen. That double top, although it didn't come all the way back to the top, but yeah, it gave us that drop that we wanted. But now again, as you can see, it went back up. Went back up. It's going back up. So I would say that this one is doesn't give me any good probability. So I'm just gonna let what I have on it roll. But for a trade, you can look for this level. Let me just put that out. For trade, you can look for that level. Price comes back into it for a drop, or let it break below this level for short. These are just going to be short wins for you. The major move would be to get a major win would be if price breaks its lows, because it kept going up and down, creating lows. So for you, major wins, if you want to take this move, would be if price goes back into this level. This would be your major trade, either this level or this level, because of this right here. So if it goes to this level, that's your major. You can even do 2 sell limits, so that's one place to sell. It's another place to sell, and if it doesn't go back up like that, then you might want to wait for it to come back down, or you could just take a sell here, then TP here, or take a sell here, move your stop loss in so that you can protect that just in case it goes back, does the same thing it did here, just in case it does this again, this thing, because we're really waiting for price to keep coming down. But then see, comes back down and goes back up. So right now, maybe you might want to wait for it to come all the way back down here, break out of this level, then you can take your trade there and then continue. Or you can just follow that first pattern, like I said, draw this, yep, excuse me, draw this here. Then it would also be in confluence with this channel and that horizontal line, the level there. So if price breaks out of that, retest that level. So that is where you'll be looking for your trade from. Then your stop loss somewhere around here, and then when you're in profit, move your stop loss in profit and hold it down just in case this happens, the same thing, just in case this happens, meaning price goes back up instead of continuing to the downside. So but if you're in, your stop loss is in and it comes here, you could even look for other entry opportunity to keep selling back down. But generally, I believe this pair is coming down. That's what we're looking for this pair. Looking for this pair to come down because of that head and shoulder. This is the final TP 1.095 530. So that's your TP. So, but it's just the entries is what is going to make a difference. So, yep, there you go for that one. What else? This one as well. You see, you can see it. We've been trying to get this win since, I think, since here. It's been going up and down. Going up and down, not really giving us an opportunity. Okay, no. I think we started somewhere around here. We saw this coming down, but it just kept pushing to the upside. So right now, this level got back to that previous level that we're waiting to see it drop. And what did it do again? Pushed up, drop, pushed up again. So, but I'm expecting this pair to come down. I'm expecting this to come back down. Let me see. So it needs to come back probably to that this trend line that it has here. So that's a long way to go. So right now you can see what's forming. It's already forming that ascending wedge, and we know how ascending wedges are. Price breaks out of ascending wedges and then to the downside. So that's why you have that setup that I created here. And as you can see, it's following it well. So it broke out of it, and yeah, if you look at it on the higher time frame, because this is a breakout retest. I thought it was going to break out at this point, but it didn't happen there. It kind of pushed back up, and then now it's broken out, retested that level that it broke out from. Now it's dropping. So if you're not already in this one, let it go. Let it go, and then wait for this move. Maybe let me wait for a flag or something, or maybe something like this. The same thing we saw in that NZD JPY. So price would probably keep coming down from there. Yep. So that would be your move. But also bear in mind that this guy has been faking us out a number of times. So we may just even see something like this again before that drop. Yeah, but just don't sleep in it. Look at it. If you don't like the way it's moving, get out and then secure the bag. If you're already in it, move your stop loss in. So but I'm expecting this to, probably continue to the downside. Yep, so just be on the lookout for that move. What else? Again, I will keep watching whatever when I see as they keep happening. I'm gonna keep watching it and let us see. They have a long way to go. I'm just gonna look at a few before I'm looking at that one. Yeah, this one again, GBP. This was another good one. Saw that move to that trend line, and yes, that's exactly what happened. Now we're looking at that completion. It did complete at the D leg. So now we're waiting for that to play out, go back to the top side. As you can see where the first TP is, comes back to that structure. Yep, that we created. So it means this second TP may not be likely, but this first TP is more likely. Your price is still valid, although you can see it seems as if it's broken out of it, but it's still valid. Why? Because you know how it is for patterns. This is where it has to get to before this renders this pattern useless. So if it gets below this level, because that's probably where our stop loss is going to be anyway. So if this continues here, it's still valid until it comes as low as this place. That's when we have to say it's not a valid what's it called again, this is a cipher pattern anymore. But again, what tends to happen sometimes, price may just get to that level and then push up. Yep. But right now we are still valid. We still have a valid opportunity to still win this. So if you're on it or you still have your stop loss at this level, you're still okay. Because if it moves up, then this is your first TP right here, and then maybe you expect a move down, or if that doesn't happen, price would break again and then give you a second TP for moving down if it's going to keep coming down. But right now, this is where we are at right now. So let's see on the smaller time frame, opportunities to enter would be if price breaks above this previous high. Now it's looking like it's a downtrend. It's a downtrend, but we're expecting a reversal. That's why we are looking for that move. So if price breaks, comes back above there, retest that level, then you can start looking for that your move. Again, if you want to trade the smaller time frame, the what's it called now, the smaller time frame, what you're looking for is the same thing here, you know, that move, so you're looking for the same thing to happen, for price to create, excuse me, you're waiting for that move to happen again, then you can sell again to the downside. That's if this is not going to be a valid cipher, then these are your moves, and it's just going to keep coming down. But if it is, means it's going to just turn back at any point, come down a bit, and then maybe bounce off. Remember, for that Wyckoff strategy that I posted on the platform, I'm still doing my study on it though. So this is like a spring. So it's going to come down and then jump up to the upside. So, but right now, it's not giving us any reason to believe it's not a valid cipher anymore. It's still valid. NZD, yes, I marked this out for us as well. Let me see. Yeah, I marked that out from here, somewhere around here. I saw it coming down, and that is exactly what happened. So right now, we are expecting this to bounce, go back up now to that structure, you know, go back to that structure, and then from here, it will drop again. So this is where we can put a what's it called now, a sell limit. We'll put a sell limit somewhere around here, or wait for it to break out, then another sell limit here. So it may even go back to this level before continuing to the downside. But this, where it is now, is a good place for us to watch, to sit on our hand. You can do a sell limit here. You can even do a sell stop here, but I don't really do sell stops, but if this continues to the downside, continues to break us, because that's a massive impulse, it needs to pull back as well. So if it continues to the downside, and this is your move right here, or it may even push in, but you would have your stop loss in place anyway, so you won't lose if that happens. USD card, I think I'm going to look at this as the final pair before I move out. USD card, you can see it's at the bottom of this channel. Also in confluence with this, it's very possible that it may continue to the downside, but at the bottom of this channel, this is another opportunity to buy. This is one good one to look for a buy on. This one right here is a good one to look for a buy. So let's look at it again. Channel, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's down here. So what do we do? Look for an entry. This is your stop loss right here. Yep. And then you can see, maybe look for an engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle to the upside, or wait for this level to be broken and retested. There's no crime in waiting. Then that will be your TP. Look at your risk, look at your reward. So this is one good one to look out for. Drop down to your smaller time frame. So now you might even be looking, some people might even see a double bottom here forming. Some people might see that. So what you need to do is to wait for that to happen, but for this level to be filled, this to come like this, and then retest this level. So this is your trade right here. This is your trade. You don't have anything to trade here because there's no levels in the middle. So this is your trade right here. This is where you take a trade and then continue to the upside. If it wants to do that, but if that doesn't happen, then you know that it's coming down. Let me see the higher time frame for that down. So it's coming down. So if this level is broken now, this level is broken, if it comes down, this is your sell opportunity right here. Then you take it down here like you have it. So this is a good trade to look out for this week. Particular one. I think I'm going to stop here because of time. Okay, I know this one DJ has marked or initially marked this one earlier. So, but see that giant flag, see that move. So now price broke it, retested, and then dropped. So this may be a double bottom for price to go back up. But for me, if I'm going to sell this right now, I'm going to wait for price to do this, to come break this level. It's very close. If I'm going to look for a sell right now, I'm not going to look for this once. This one looks like gives you opportunities to buy, right? But I'm going to be selling. I'm going to be because really, really close to this support here. So there's no point looking for sells yet. My sell would start here, a break of that level, retest of that, excuse me. My sell will be a break of this level, retest of that, and then back down there. That would be my sell, unless I just want to do the smaller time frame and then drop down, then look for sells there. Maybe something like this. So you can see that move, then it jumped up and then dropped. So maybe that I will now be seeing the same thing happen here. See that move here, and then wait for price to push down a good bearish engulfing, then probably a retest or something, pull back, and then I would take it to the downside. So if I want to look for that short win for a sell, but for me, I think I'm more looking for an opportunity to buy this. If I'm going to trade this, I'm going to look for an opportunity to buy it if I'm trading it now. Yep. Well, so that's that one. Let me see that again. So let me see if I can draw trends anywhere. Okay, there's no opportunity to draw trends. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So now just wait for that. If again you can even decide to say, okay, I'm gonna wait for this level, this strong level. You can see it where price had a reaction before. I'm gonna wait for price to go up there. It's not too far away. So you could wait for that level if you're not already in it, for price to do that, retest that level, and then you can keep buying to the upside if that happens, or just buy to this level and then take your money, or wait for it to break and retest, and then you can buy to that level that has been created. But right now it's so close to this level, so you're not selling, you're looking for opportunities to buy. Or if you're looking for opportunities to sell, then let it come out of this level, because it's too close to this level. Let me see, I see something else right now. Let me see. Okay, so that's a good cipher pattern. It's a good cipher pattern. So it means this is what might happen. So that upside, it's a good cipher pattern. See that 27, and then 76. So yep. So as you can see, this is telling us that this has potential to go up. Sorry, yeah. So this is what we're waiting for. Price has a potential to go up to that D leg before that drop. Yep. So now, as you can see it, what would be your confirmation is to, let me see, is to wait for price to come to this level. Your confirmation will be wait for price to, because you're not already in it. So just wait for price to get to this level. Oops, yellow on yellow. Get to that level and then retest that level, and then you can TP at this point, then wait for what price is going to do. Or you have your sell limit somewhere here, TP here and sell limit. Yeah, but means your stop loss is going to be here, remember? And then continue to the downside. But then it's risky, because if price breaks above this, it means what we're seeing is it may just do this. It may just do this, retest that level, and then continue to the upside. But yeah, for a good win, good short buy, wait for price to break above this level and then take it, which will also be in confluence with your harmonic pattern here, right here. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this. Which one? Time is really, really leave that alone. Leave that alone. Gonna leave all of this alone. Yep. Okay, yeah, I have this pattern coming as well. Possible move to the upside. Possible move to the upside. Okay, here and then drop. Yeah, but This is just longer than I expected it to be today. So I will take questions with some of us that are here on the platform, and then when the recording, I will record it. Sorry, when the recording is finished, I will send it to us on the platform so that we can also watch it again. So thank you guys. See you on the other side.